Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I've got 2 minutes to quickly summarize Mata Sahib. When Maharaj, they went hunting with Maharaj was the Singhs and Mata Sahib. And Mataji sat, and at that time this is all jungles. The Godavari river goes behind Mataji's Sastan. And at that time this is all jungles. So Maharaj is going hunting, Mataji sat down and said, okay, let me sit down, I want to take a rest. With Mataji's couple of Singhs. Mataji sits down and Samadhi lagi. Wow. And the Singh says to Maharaj, Mata the Samadhi lagi, should we bring her, what should we do? And Maharaj says, no. This is Mataji's Satjurga Tapastan. So just leave Mataji there. From that space, that place is in the middle of that. In the middle, when you go to Mataji's Stan, you go straight. It's just that. That space, until Baba Mit Singh's time, was just a small little Angita, very, very small. Very, very small. I'm trying to summarize this really quick. Itihasa, this is from Satjur. If you read Chandi Divar, it goes all the way back to there. Sombar Nusamba relates is so deep. 5-minute talks, you could do an hour talk on just this Sistan. When Baba Mit Singh talks about the Sistan, when Baba Mit Singh talks about it in the Granth, they said this Sistan and Sahib and Satkan Siri Hazur are the same. When Baba Mit Singh came to this, before Baba Mit Singh came to the Stan, they were at Takat Siri Hazur in their sleep, they're sleeping. And the Singh said to Baba, you know, Stan tesi seva karna, and Baba says, karunge. And they were sleeping, and in their dreams, Mataji came. And Mataji says, you've seen the Stan of your father. You've seen the Stan of your father, look how beautiful it is. He said, our Stan is just it's a small little type of Stan. That's when Baba Mit Singh came in. And at that time, I don't want to take up all the time. Yeah, at that time, the Marathi would come, take everything. Whenever they had a Mahanti, he said they were so patale, they were skin and bones. Because whenever they have any lung or anything, the Marathi, the locals would come and just take everything. Baba Mit Singh came then. They walked from Punjab. And this Astan, the history of this Astan, I can see a lot of Apni Phaj here. The relationship with this Astan, Buddhadan and the Panth is like this. It's like this. You can't. It's like this. Baba Santa Singh's took them Santia. Baba Santi Baba Jarnail Singh ji. When they did the Taram Yudh Morcha, before then they did Taphe. All the Taksal Mahapur, the Taphe. This Astan and our Panths is like this. The same Prakash. This is Hade Bachan nahi Mahapur Khanda Bachan. That's no I'm saying. The Mahapur say the same Prakash at Takat Sri Hazur Sahib. Same on here. When Sadgani Jarnail Singh ji, look, another quick Saki. Sadgani Jarnail Singh ji, they did a Chalisa. And if you know what Chalisa is, it's a 40-day job at Takat Sri Hazur Sahib. And Sadji's itcha was, मैं महाराज दा मैं अपने पिता दा ऐसी darshan करने. I want to have darshan of my father. They did 40 days underneath Takat Sahib. On the 40th day, they were sat in Samadhi and they could see light. At the end of the light, they see a door. And this door was shut. And he's like, why is the door shut? And he hears a voice. He knows Maharaj is behind this door, but the door's shut. And he starts crying. And then they start crying. They go to the Jathadar at the time. They said, this is what happened. Darshan to hoye si, but it was behind the door. And Maharaj was behind the door, and I couldn't see behind the door. Why was the door shut? Why didn't I get Maharaj's darshan? And the Mahapur, the Jathadar at that time said, you've gone to see your dad without meeting your mom. Before you go to see your dad, you have to meet your mom. We're all family people. If your dad's ever angry at you, what do? You tell your mom, like, Mataji, you know, Pitaji, sadhe naal gusse andar aa jaya. And your mom will talk to your dad and sort everything out. So then what did Santi do? They went to Mataji's Astan. So this is the Astan, yeah. They went to Mataji's Astan, did 40-day job there. On the 40th day, what happened? Prakasha. And behind the Prakash, they see Mataji. And Mataji is smiling. Mataji says, "Hun Pitaji tiyar hai. Go back to Takat Sahib. Hun Pitaji, hun koshiya Pitaji." Then then they did another Chalisa Takat Sahib. Then they saw the light of Guru Gobind Singh Darshan. Maharaj the Partak Darshan hui. And that's from then the Taram Yudh Morcha started. So the relationship between the two Asthans is like this. I don't know, have I got any more time?
Yeah, go.
I'll tell you one other personal story.
Do you want me to go to this slide?
Yeah, just this slide.
Yeah.
So this is a personal story. I remember just me Singh said to share a quick sakya or a quick story of yourself. So this is when I was a lot younger. Just after I did my GCSEs. And I've always wanted to go. I was always like, after I've studied, I want to spend time here. And I want to be a Pakanya thing. And then I came after my GCSEs and my family were like, you're going to uni. I was like, I'm Baba Premsing about me, I'm going to sit here. And I go to him and I say to Baba Ji, I want to mess on Kel and I met him, but sit here and Baba, I'm not going to say what Baba said, but they swore at me. And they said, go back, just go back and study. Go back. I went back, studied, came back after my university. And in that time in my head, and this is relating to what Baisab was saying about doing the yatra, Hazur. Now when you're going to do the yatra, there's a mindset you need to take of yourself. A yatra is not, don't go as a tourist. Yeah, don't go as a tourist. Don't go there just to look at the taka, don't go there, go to the shops. You have to, yatra, to go on a yatra, you have to change this. And so, don't make the same mistakes I did. When I went, I was like, okay, now when I'm gonna chill. I don't know if you've ever been, you might have seen Baba Khadak Singh. They say Amata Jizastan, this big, huge, Dharan Navardaya, huge the man, and I see him, you see him like, I hit the shoot thing, and in my head I'm like, I'm chilling with Baba Khadak Singh. And then the Gyani Hardeep Singh, they were the Gyani that time. So, oceans of knowledge. I was like, okay, I'm gonna chill with Gyani Ji. When I went there, so it's been a month off, so I stayed there for a month. Baba Hazur Singh Mujib, and a lot of the Pode were left at the Pada at Mataji's son. And along with the Pode, there's a Singh and a son. And this Singh, his barn, like, my barn is quite dark, but he's filthy. It's like, he looked like he hasn't washed for days. His damala, mustana, like barely, something you wouldn't, if you saw him without damala, you wouldn't call it damala. In here. And then I was like, yeah. I'm chilling with Baba Khadak Singh, but I'm not chilling with him. Then weeks go past, and Baba Panim Singh says to me, like, go down to the Seva guy. I was like, TK. And I don't know if any of you seen Lord of the Rings. I nicknamed that guy the Orokai. He looked like Yorks. And I said, and I was like, look behind, I was like, okay, who's going to teach me? He's going to probably be Baba Khadak Singh. Probably going to be a marker, like, usually the one that, and it was in. He's like, he's going to teach you how to ride horses, look after horses. I was like, great. So I started chilling with him, started doing Seva with him, and I realised he's up before everyone else. I used to think, okay, maybe he doesn't do a shnan, but he does a shnan first. First person to do a shnan. So then I was like, okay, maybe I've got him wrong. After he's done all the Darbar Sahib Seva, inside the Darbar Sahib, he's getting the food and the water for the horses. And that sounds simple. But when you're there, you're doing Nanga prayer and you carry 20-25 horses you're looking after. The amount of weight you're carrying. I was like, okay, this is why he looks like he doesn't know what day it is, because he doesn't sleep. Then I said, Baba, where do you sleep? Like, you ain't got a room, I've got a room. And he's like, he sleeps in the Tabilla. The Tabilla is the place where the horses are, so he's got 4 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's tied a rope around the 4 pillars, and he's got a chadar. So that's his voice, and he sleeps there. I was like, so you don't sleep, that's why you look the way you do. And then, as I'm going on, I realised you might start feeling guilty, like I've got this guy completely wrong. But that was just the beginning. Then, after he's fed the horses, it's called karkara. So you get this little metal, it's like a jumper, I guess. And you rub it. Very rudimentary, you rub the horse with it, you get all the mail off, and you take but the mail will come onto you. So when we do it, he gave me a horse called Angrej because I'm from England, so he thought it was funny. So when I do it, my barn would be filthy black. And then I was like, this is why you look like you're the way you do, because you're immersed in Seva. After a couple of weeks go past, I get to know him even more. He has a son called Mangal Singh, he's very small. He's got a huge scar on his face. He can't read or write, but he's basically a doctor for horses. If anything goes wrong with that horse, he knows, okay, you put this herb in his mouth, you put this there, you put that there, and the horse is fixed. So I'm talking to Mangal Singh, and I was like, let me stay with you one day. I'll sleep with you guys, and then we'll get together, wake up in the morning to do so. And that's when I went there in the evening after the Shanda saw the Trianki, to sleep, to stay. And so I go back to the Pidunda, they've got 4 pillars. Like I said, they've got their chadar around, They've got one manja. So all of us in the West, we've got houses, luxuries, nice shoes, nice fridges, nice everything. Yeah, this guy's got one manja. That's all they are. One manja. And when I go inside, I look at the manja, and they're sleeping under the manja. I was like, what's this? They're sleeping under the manja, they're not even sleeping on the manja. I said, like, what are you doing? Like, you got manja, why don't you sleep on the manja? And they're like, on the manja they got a picture of Baba Bahadur Singh. I said, and I was like, the one thing they own in the world, that manja, they've sacrificed that as well. So when you go to these asthans, when you go on yatra, your hankar, you need to take out. Nimrata jao. Go there with the idea that I want to learn something. The Guru's going to talk to me. The Guru's going to give something to me. Go with that mentality. Don't go thinking, I'm going to chill with Baba. Saying, I've made that mistake. When I went there, changed my life. That one time, that one meeting with him, changed my life. What we think of a Nyang Singh, what we think of a good Sheikh is something different. When you meet the Singhs, they're like, what Sahib was saying, it's humbling, very, very humbling.